Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the builder changes.
So to just set the stage, so Joe, you have been working. People have probably seen this already in the PTR, but for update 30, you have been working on a set of rebalancing changes to the leader buildings.
Yes, that's right. So part of what we wanted to do was take the choice of leader and have that start to mean more. And it's something we've talked about for a really long time on State of Decay 2. And it's got to get done at some point if we're ever actually going to do it. And so we tried to take an incremental approach, and so I get to experiment a little bit with what's going on with the leader buildings. And so I've built this here, and as you can see, I've got things to repair. I was in such a hurry to get here and get this done. Sorry, y'all. But we've got some things that are in the works, and so some things I wanted to show off. We're playing around with different. We're playing around with different configurations. God, I can't even find words today. Playing around with different configurations and different powers, and so some of the changes that we've made definitely come through here. So one of the what seems to be a smaller a smaller update, but something that I think is really influential. The Generator 3 has always been sort of quiet, right? But what I've done with the Generator 3 is it takes away the noise, it takes away all of that stuff, but now it provides power passively. One of the things that we have been talking about is how do we toggle these things on and off. Um, uh, People tend to complain about having to turn them on or remember to turn them on. Well, I fixed that for you with Generator 3, and we're going to see how well this type of thing works. But then I also noticed that since I took away the turn it on button, you didn't have, with a Generator 3, you didn't have any way to like further train your utilities skill. So what I did was I did this, right? And so I added an action that actually reduces your zombie threat. Eventually, it will like reduce noise when the uh,
The
infestations
infestation update.
infestation
Yeah,
update comes out. But here you go. You're basically pumping out static. Like pretend like you're jamming a bunch of parts in there, and you're letting the fans make a bunch of noise so that the zombies don't actually recognize human noises. They're just like, oh god, that's a buzz. What the hell is that?
it's like there's a
Um,
waterfall in the quiet place or something
right,
like that.
right. And so like you can just go bloop, and then you just wait a few seconds for it to go down, and then all of a sudden your threat level is just, oh look at that, oh look at that, I went from 6 to 2, bloop, done.
Nice.
um, Now one of the other things that we were looking at here, and we argued back and forth over what was going to happen here. People have pointed out that didn't make a lot of sense for the sniper tower to decrease threat slash noise and be a noisy place if it's also going to decrease noise. And so rather than making it noisy and then also not noisy, we've switched the we've switched the action on it to be a minus to threat instead of a negative to noise, and that's going to also go forward into the that's also going to go forward in the infestations update. Now, there's not much about it that really has super changed, other than that. But these are the changes that went into the builder. Now you'll notice, like I said here, this is passively providing power across every part of your base at this point, and so this you never have to remember to turn the generator on. You just have to remember whether or not your buff here. Now you'll notice I've actually like pushed these buffs. Also, one of the things you'll notice about a lot of the buffs that come out of these buildings, and a lot of the buffs that I'm working on going forward, they're now 90 minutes long. It says an hour and 30 minutes, but that's 90 minutes, which is the exact length of our day. So once you've activated it, it will stay activated for a day most of the time.
We do have one suggestion, by the way, from La Coalición. He says that apparently the art of the sniper tower contains a bed, and he was wondering if we're ever going to add a +1 beds buff to the sniper tower to account for that bed up there, or are we saying that people don't really want to sleep up there?
A +1 bed. Let's go look. Okay, let's go look. Oh my goodness, where is
La Coalición is always full of great suggestions.
Where is this bed?
So
I don't see a bed.
Wait,
So it's not at the top.
Look to the right. Look to the right. Wait, no. Oh, I don't see a bed either.
It's not at the top. So
Could there be one underneath? I assume it was at the top.
See, it's just a knapsack. Like, I don't know if that's.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know if that's a full bed. You know.
I don't know if that counts as a bed either.
Yeah.
That I would call that optional.
Yeah.
Whether we decide that needs to be reflected as a bed.
Can you? This looks like a. I don't even know if I could sit on this. Like, look at our character size here. I don't know.
Kevkins the Giant suggested that should be 0.5 beds.
It's like the corner where you go and cry at when you know that you're about to have a siege. You know, like,
oh my gosh, crying corners. That is a facility that we need. That should be like a facility mod. You could just make add it like a crying corner somewhere, and then that,
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that we were trying to do is to take these. This is what I'm trying to do, anyways. Take these facilities that are leader specific and make them mean more over time, while also balancing them, which means that in some cases they got more powerful and more useful, and in one very important case that we'll talk about here in about 5 seconds, because I don't know if I'm ready to. Am I ready to unleash?
You can save it for last. We do have a question from Intrusive Thought, wanting to confirm that what you said about things lasting 90 minutes, that the day and night cycle in State of Decay 2 is actually 90 minutes. Because that's not something, we don't advertise that very clearly in the game. And so a lot of people, it's kind of a mystery. They notice the sun going up, they notice the sun going down, and it's not like they're using a stopwatch to keep up with it. But yeah, the day-night cycle is 90 minutes. And someone asked if that was 45 minutes of daytime, 45 minutes of nighttime. They are fairly balanced, but there's a transition period between them that is better lit than night. And so it feels like the days are longer than the nights, just because those transitions, things are still pretty visible during like the sunrise and the dawn and the dusk periods.
Yeah. So dawn and dusk, I think we ended up moving those as actual transition periods. I didn't even notice I had a upgraded car right across the street. That's amazing.
Wow. Nice roll.
Look at that.